All I need is in me now.
Hello.
Hey, how you going?
Pretty good, eh, Johan?
Yeah, good, good. How's your,
Just give me a second. Okay, I think that should work.
yeah, man, I can hear you.
Awesome. Same here.
Yeah, sick. How's it going?
Been well.
Yeah,
Getting along.
yeah, yeah.
What's up?
How's the hunt going?
Which one?
Yeah, well, the jobs one.
Yeah, still setting up profiles and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm almost finished getting it all together, bit by bit.
yeah, yeah. Good. It takes a while.
Yeah, it does. But hey, I'm getting there.
Yeah, that's it. But once it's done, it's good. You can
Yeah,
roll the models. It's
yeah. I've been getting quite a bit of advice by people who have already are doing it, so it's quite nice.
Yeah, good, good. Yeah, one of the most helpful things I did when I started applying for like deputy positions and this job here was to create a project bank in Claude with basically all the requirement documents and then use it to help me customize my applications.
Yeah, I think I saw one of your videos late at night. He was talking to someone in an office about Claude
Oh yeah.
for like curriculum planning or something.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
it looked pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
of
Well,
those.
I think I'm hoping to jump into some Claude and Claude Code because
Awesome.
yeah, it definitely looks very cool. Yeah. Hey, how you going, Novella?
Good,
Yeah.
fine.
How's that assignment going that you're talking about last week?
Dead, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, just finishing it up now, finalizing everything. Meant to do a recording today, but I kind of slacked off last week. Not really slacked off, but life got in the way. So yeah, I'm finalizing it today and recording tomorrow.
Nice.
Should be finished tomorrow.
Yeah, very good. When's it due?
I think Friday
Oh,
or Sunday.
yeah, got ages.
Yeah,
Excellent.
got like
Oh,
a million gazillion things to do. Oh my God.
yeah, yeah, that's it. Well, hopefully,
End of term tiredness is so real.
yeah. What week is it?
Week 9.
Ah, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, we're only in week 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
how long is like your term there?
I think it's still
Week
10
10
weeks,
weeks as well.
but we only get 1 week off and then back in.
1 week.
Yeah. So
Wow,
yeah, they know how to work us.
amazing.
Yeah.
But how long's the school hours though? Is it like Australia?
Yeah. Teaching staff go from like 9 till 3:30 and then admin go from 8 till 5.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're always working extra hours.
Of course you are.
Yeah. I
How
haven't
are
heard
you, Jack?
I'm good. How you going, Novi?
Good.
so I haven't heard from Amy yet. So we'll jump straight in, and if she makes it, she makes it. If she doesn't, she doesn't. I know she's a very busy person, so I just want to jump in and just show you a couple of things, and then we'll get into it. So each week, obviously recording our sessions each week, basically just so we can go back and we can use the frameworks that we discuss or find out all the things that we learn. I'm basically recording the session, so you'll see the recording at the bottom of the previous week, and you'll also see a full guideline that is basically our frameworks that we have come up with or we have started doing. So all of this is from last week. We figured out what a PRD was. We looked at how do you actually create one? What does a good prompt entail? This is all that we discussed last week. Here's our 4 levels of context building, and then the prompts that we started using for certain things. So feel free to use it, feel free not to, but it's just basically it's going to be a summary of everything that we create as we go. So we can then once we get really advanced, we can grab all of this documentation, we can stick it into a project in Claude or ChatGPT, and then we can say, here's my knowledge bank. This is exactly what you know how we work, and now you can create a lot quicker based on the requirement documents that we've already put in there for the context. So yeah, that will be each week. I'm just adding it at the bottom of our previous week, so that's in week 1. All right. So again, like there's no hard and fast way we're going to do the weeks, but I just want to quickly whip around and then say what is our best hopes for today? Because at the end of the day, if we can walk away and use this hour effectively, it's sort of what we did last week. We all sort of walked away going, yeah, look, it was valuable in some way. Then awesome. The last thing we want to do is just waste our precious time. So yeah, let's just whip around real quick. One of the best hopes for today doesn't have to be deep. What are you hoping to get out of it? Anyone want to
Go for it, Jack.
go?
Oh yeah, I knew that was coming. Sorry, let me just quickly reread so I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
organize my thoughts.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, I'll give you a second. Basically, I've just put this up as a bit of I suppose, a prompt to go, hey, we can consider these things. We started doing it last week. We were going to share a win that we had, whether it's, looking at interactive games, but there was some community comments that were coming through all about gamification and engagement. So I thought that might be something really cool to sort of dive into for myself, and whether you guys want to jump in that realm as well. But that's sort of what I'm looking to explore. And
Mm.
then by today, I'm looking to create, whether it's a game or I think my shifting mine's shifting quite a bit. I want to sort of not necessarily credit the game. It could be, but so like for me, my best hope today is to get clear on the PRD process for teaching grade 9 students how to design an effective research-based project. Because basically what they're going to be doing over the next few weeks is they're going to be, conducting interviews, creating chatbots, creating surveys to collect the primary research data to then create their own interactive games to teach digital citizenship and AI literacy for all different grades across the school. So for me, my best hope for today is to solidify the PRD process and then possibly create some sort of game to teach students on how to question or like do mock interviews so they can see what kind of responses they get back, so they can tailor what research they actually need to do to create their apps. But that's big picture. Whether we can do that in 50 minutes, who knows? So
That was a
yeah,
lot.
yeah, it's a lot. It's how my brain works. Yeah. Um, yeah, so feel free. It can be small, can be big. It doesn't mean anything really. It's just what are you hoping to get out of today? One thing.
Okay. For me, it's more of connected to the comment I posted to your post. I think that was a few days ago. Can't remember surely when was that, but it's like having that resource or programming that resource to track students' progress for them to become their own agents of learning. So I'm trying to explore on different applications aside from Canva AI. So I actually kind of discovered, not really discovered, but came across this app called Base 44.
Hmm.
It's essentially like Canva AI, but it's still vibe coding, but it's more app based. Like they promise you can create apps and all that through prompting.
Hmm.
So I haven't used it really well, but yeah, try and give it a crack.
Brilliant. So your hope today is to have a go of base 44 and then look at how it can track student sort of
Mhm.
progress.
Yeah.
Is it sort of like a like milestone? You're trying to see how students can track
Yeah.
milestones that they achieve?
Yeah. So
Hmm.
progress, like giving them that visual
Yeah.
representation of where they are at their learning,
Hmm.
as well as like the active tasks. It's kind of like Google Classroom, but with the added function of like tracking your progress.
Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant. That sounds really interesting. There's some ties into the gamification concept of that too.
Mm-hmm.
There's some features in school that you might be of interest to like users like guideposts on like I can show you in a minute what I'm talking about, but it's
Yeah.
that the school platform is built around the gamification of community. So like our community is small, so there's not much engagement, so you can't really see it. But when you've got
Mm-hmm.
highly engaged communities, the gamification features are huge, and
Oh,
drive a lot of internal motivation to keep pushing. So
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, cool. Sounds fun. Sounds fun. Jack?
I don't really have anything, if I'm being honest. I'm not too sure what I want to look at.
Yeah. No, that's fine. There's no pressure. It's more about like last week, you just immediately created a really cool interactive, and you went through various iterations, and you got, I think, to what, 12th attempt, so you were sort of happy with something. The question could be, what else could you do that same concept with, or what next, or that taking what you learned from that creating of the shapes and the to something that could build on that learning. So like once it learnt the shapes, what could students do with that after?
Okay.
Yeah. But again, you don't have to. There's one thing that I like to say when I talk about design, it's intent matters. So intent first, solution second. So that's why we spend more time on the brainstorming. So literally pen and paper, write down as much as many ideas as you can, or just talk to a chat to get out as much possibilities. Otherwise, we can just sit there and go, oh, I want this one perfect idea, and then we just never take any action. So and that's why I was saying before, my idea is like, how can I create an interactive that can be like a prompt guide to get people to do this? So, because I'm getting my students to do the exact same thing we're doing, is creating apps and creating stuff, but we're hitting these hurdles of like, oh, what do we build? Um,
Mm.
so can I create a interactive sort of thing to help guide that thinking out of? Yeah,
So their end project will be the app
yeah.
or their thinking or the guide, how they made the app.
All of the above. They're creating
I,
a website that showcases here's my design process. Then they're creating the apps. They'll take those apps to the students or to parents that they surveyed. They'll test them, they'll iterate them, then they will present them to the board to say, hey, look, this is how we're teaching AI literacy at our school. Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah, it's an idea. Yeah. Are you interested in seeing the gamification of school? Do you want me to show you that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Is school free? Like when you create a community?
No, so when I originally created this, it was 150 Australian dollars a month. So I've been paying that for over 12 months. And now they've created a beginner tier. So it's $15 a month to host this level of community. So I've downgraded my plan from pro to beginner. But you can get a 2 week free like community. So if you ever decided, hey, I want to, because this is for building business, basically, this platform, you say, I want to run this community on whatever your passion is. You launch it for 2 weeks. If no one engages, you shut it down, and then you don't have to pay, and you just keep rolling those cycles. That's what a lot of the big people in here do. Um,
Mm.
yeah. So let me show you the gamification features. So you can see how if this was humming, and I'll show you another community. But basically, we've got a few things. We've got tracking through likes, which turns into leaderboards. So when you go into leaderboards, you'll see down here, we've already got a bunch of people on our leaderboards, and they're for likes, engagement, posts. Basically, the more likes they get, the higher they go up on the leaderboard. And then they can unlock like the bonus resources, which if I go into it, this is all of my resources for, all of my subjects that I've taught over the last 10 years. Here's all my websites, here's my Google Classrooms for all the different subjects. And like they would unlock that at level 2 by just engaging on the platform, by commenting and liking and things like that. So the leaderboards, once you can level up and you can see here's the token system. So 1 point,
Mhm.
one like equals 1 point, and here's your level system. So when this is roaring along, people hit these higher levels, they basically become your champions, and then they become your teachers in your community, or they become your experts. So it's like if you're in a classroom, you would see your champions emerge of like these are the really engaged ones, and they would literally be your go-to students to go, hey, look, can you help this student? You've done this really well, and you can buddy people up. That's one of their features. Another feature is where is it? Maybe it's under members. Yeah, this is a heat map. So this is a engagement heat map, and you can see like I started this in November. We're pretty okay. Big trip off traveling and all sorts, and then getting back onto it now. But basically, the more you engage, Like I've had 9 activities in the last, that's why that's dark green, back over here saying 14 activities. And it tracks how much engagement and how much time you spend in the platform. So that the reason that is gamified is it's not active on my one yet, but if I go into the main schoolers is the community for school. You can see there's 173,000 members in here. And you'll see next to people's names, like they got the star, like they've got all these icons. This is a top 1% community builder because he's running, obviously it's Alex Hormozi, he's partnered to this platform. But you'll see when they level up, 30-day streak, 10 more activities, because if I look at his heat map, well, he's been on this platform contributing to all these different communities and he's done like 1,800 community like engagement things. So people get rewarded by showing up and engaging, and then you can see here's their charts because this is a business building platform. They've got different things for different monthly recurring revenues. They've got, for activity streak and builders. So it's people actively seeking out engagement to earn this rank, to get social status, to then help their business in whatever way. Whether there's business
Mm.
driven or not, it's usually it's either social or business. It's either one of those two. But they're the two major gaming sort of gamifications platform or systems. And you've got, all these different kind of things. But yeah, so that's how school is sort of gamifying community, gamifying like learning and tracking. And that's one feature that they've implemented right from the start. They basically said, I want to
Mm.
have a token system in here. I want to have, I want to have a heat map in here. I want to have all these things to basically like validate people's status and how much they're showing up.
Mm.
And then the status drives their engagement further down the line. So I don't know if that
Very
ties
cool.
much into your, the base 44 concept, and apps that could track engagement, but that's two gamification systems that might help.
Yeah, yeah, that's very helpful. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah. Yeah, sick. All right. Well, I'm going to jump into Claude Code and Claude AI basically to try to verbalize my process, PRD, of
Mm-hmm.
what I want. I'm going to create an app and create a prompt and then try to create a basic app interactive for my students for grade 9. So, Jack, anything sort of sparked to mind just yet of like sort of what you're hoping to test or get out of today?
I'm more curious, like, what does Claude AI do?
Mm. So the Claude code or the Claude AI itself?
Either or both?
Yeah, cool. I can give you a high level overview. Claude
Yeah, that'd be
AI,
great.
really good for writing. It's extremely good for writing. You can have what we call project files, basically put in your knowledge bank. It's all your resources or your reference documents, and then it can consistently reference those things. And you can go back into the chats. And what it does is I can even show you, it has the ability to, did I share the right page? No, I didn't. It has the ability to do artifacting. So basically, this is an artifact. It's on the right. It's something that I've gone through 4 iterations on. Basically, I was just trying to go through a sequence of learning for research planning for my students, put in the prompts, tell it what it wants, and when it's saying what project files is it referencing, I can't see here. When I go back into projects, I can find digital design and I've got just 2 documents in there for now. And it's referencing my design manual for my curriculum and it's referencing my unit overview. And this was my first sort of prompt. Basically, going through, I wanted to break down a research activity into 4 specific tasks, and then I could put them on Google Classroom, and then I could facilitate. But it was based on the design requirements for the curriculum and my unit overview. But that's Claude AI in a nutshell. Fantastic at writing, fantastic at referencing existing knowledge. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be data, it could be really detailed documents, but it can be then consistent in how you respond or you write. When it comes to the code, it's all in the same thing. So you basically you got research, but you can also just type in, create the code for this or write the code for this to turn this into an interactive, and it'll do it all in this one panel. So the code AI can be separated out, but it doesn't have to be. Yeah. So you got all sorts of things in here, like, Codeverter and all these different things that people have created to generate
Oh,
ideas
Mm.
and sort of visuals and data representation. And oh, look, I just found my solution. One page PRD. Hey, look at that. I want to customize this. Fantastic. And now I can see if I,
that's so cool.
test it, and then I'll come back and tell you if it works. Yeah, look at that. So, Claude, I'm using the pro version, oh, not the pro version, I'm paying for the base model, which is about 35 Australian a month. Uh, People or teachers always hesitate on paying for things, but I just go, is this going to save me a bunch of time? Is it going to save me $240 worth of time over the course of a year? Yes, then I can tax deduct it. Done. There's no hesitation around it. Um, if you don't like it, you can bin it. But I believe ChatGPT does something similar with their projects, and the custom GPTs, but
Yeah.
not as user friendly as Claude Code.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Sweet. All right. So I'm gonna start building, see what that works. And if you got any questions or you find something cool, let us know. And then we'll swing back in maybe 20-ish, 25 minutes and see
Mm.
if we've generated anything. Remember, we've all got different goals. It's just about spending the time to learn.
Cool.
All right then.
Got a question though. I think you've got an experience with creating chatbots, right?
Yeah.
Before,
Yeah. Yeah.
like guiding students with their assessments and all that. So how do you usually start that? Or what are the platforms you've used before?
How do you create chatbots or
Yeah,
yeah? I was actually thinking about this today. Would that be a session that would be valuable for you guys that we all just create? Because I'm about to create a bunch of them in the next week.
that'd be so good.
Yeah, sick. So maybe next week's we look at chatbots in detail and we go through it together. But if you wanted to test and look, there's so many different platforms. There's one called Mizu, there's one called Flint, because they are both good for data protection for students. Because the thing that not many people talk about at the moment is the compliance with data regulations in regards to privacy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So Flint and Mizu. But if you're keen on it, like all we need is basically an idea, like what do you want to use it for? A very specific purpose. So is it a tutor for this subject? Is it a coach for this? Is it is it a historical figure and it's questioning? Is it the specific purpose? And then we can then go through the various stages, and there's usually only about five of them to create the prompt, create the constraints on like how it interacts with people, and create the security parameters around it, and then how do we launch it. So I'm like genuinely looking at doing that next week. So if you're keen,
Yeah, that'd be a very good one.
yeah,
I was actually thinking about it as well. It's like, oh, it'd be so cool to create a chatbot that, students can reference. Like me as a student would really appreciate that because sometimes teachers will have so much on their plate that it will take them forever to reply to you. And then deadline comes and then, you've got these questions and answered. So it'd be really good to have that chatbot for them, like as an assistant
yeah,
in a
yeah,
way.
100%, 100%. Jack, would that be of something of interest to you as well?
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be
Yeah,
pretty cool to learn about it.
yeah, sick. All right, well, we'll do whatever we're doing today, and then next week we'll jump into the chatbots.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Describe your digital citizenship app idea in one simple sentence.
Sorry, I'll mute my mic.
Like I'm not building an app for my students, I'm building an app for myself.
So good. Well, what we might do is we might actually wrap up our session and and dive into what are you building. I'm keen to hear what this app is. You could clearly hear my one spouting off. Didn't know it could do that, but yeah, it was interesting. So, who wants to share? What did you learn, create, build, ideate? If not, I'll go first, and then you guys.
I can. Yeah.
Yeah, Novella, do you want to go?
Hang on, let me just open some tabs. Yeah, you can go ahead while I open some tabs in this computer.
All
I'm
right.
actually using the Unis computer now. So.
I'm going to just share the entire screen and then hope it works. Okay, so let me go from here, no, here. All right, so I use this PRD application, which I just found, and I put in a basic prompt. I want to create an educational game at grade 5 level, specifically around password protection and email. Context, they're bilingual, so multiple languages for the students, and they are going to go through a testing scenario. It generated this PRD for me based on that very, very small amount of context I gave it, and then literally just pasted that PRD straight into the top, and I said, create this interactive app based on that PRD. It created the first version, which is here, and it does a pretty decent job. Like you have to sort of create passwords and you know, and it'll say, yeah, win, and gives them like security sort of questions for email, win. And I said, well, the next thing it needs to be gamified a bit and then create levels or missions. So it did. And that's where it got up to with multiple sort of missions. And then I just noticed it up here. It's got Thai and it's got Chinese. So pretty good for using that PRD app. But what I wanted to do, because I wasn't too happy with the PRD that was created, so the next flow I did was I went into Perplexity, which is a research AI. I then gave it this prompt at the top. You are specifically tasked with creating this based on best practice, like a PRD document, and then gave me all what's required and then an actual generated file. I've then taken that over to Claude and I've pasted in the same context I gave the original PRD application. And then it's created this chatbot. Not a very good one, but a chatbot nonetheless. And basically, it just asked me a series of questions. It's got voice interaction. I asked it to put in a microphone, but it doesn't have that ability. But it seems to do all right. And then I put a error log down the bottom because I didn't know why I didn't have the microphone. So I put in the error log so it could tell me. So yeah, sort of successful getting the idea of the PRDs down pat, and then the research that goes behind. I think the next stage will be taking these questions and making it into more and more authentic, because even these questions that this one was asking me is quite hard for a student to answer, even though it's written at an 8th grade level. They would just be like, I don't know, cause, and you're like, oh, okay. So yeah, that was pretty good for 15-minute sort of a quick play around. Any questions, thoughts?
That's so cool. Like hearing your thought process is so cool. Like mine today is not as structured as that, but I give it a go anyway.
We're not comparing.
No. I mean, like, it's so nice to have like all of these platforms do all that for you, which is amazing.
Yeah, unreal. So do you want to share your thought process of what you went through?
For sure. I'm just gonna share my screen. Just gonna share my whole screen. Can you guys see my screen now? Yeah. So this is the app that I was talking about earlier. It's called Base 44. It's like, vibe coding still, but it's more like creating that app for you.
Yeah.
So I started like 2 hours ago with the thought of like the chatbot and all that assessment help. And then it generated this UI for me. I was like, yeah, cool. But I ran out of daily credits. And so I transferred to Canva AI with the same prompts that I inputted on this app. So I want to build a chatbot with this, helping students understand criteria for obtaining a higher mark, all of that stuff. And then adding a feature of the app when the students ask for the chatbot to create a to-do list. And then I transferred that prompt to Canva AI, same thing, and it generated this one for me. So not too bad.
Yeah, cool. Have you tested this bot that's just created?
Yep. So because I didn't put like an extra document like the criteria and all that, so it was like very random on its responses, but it actually created the function, like as you can see here, version 1, very first version. Let's delete it. I don't know. But yeah, when I type in, it just this. So it does that here.
Yeah,
So
cool.
actionable steps. I can actually take that one off, and it gives you that affirmation. But on the second version, I want it to be able for the students to attach in a file, so they can actually like have a mini chat GPT, like project GPT on this one. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
I
cool.
haven't tested this one. Maybe that's a lot for us. It is no, it doesn't allow me to.
No.
So yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's added it.
it has added it.
See the green? It's green. It just doesn't
Oh yeah,
show
CPA part
red, so
one.
now you could probably reference it.
I said the same thing. Yeah, so it doesn't have enough information.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. What was that app before that where it had like time spent, task completed? Was that separate or was that the same thing?
It was all in Canva AI. Oh, like you mean the first app I used?
No, no, no. It was in Canva AI, but on the interactive page it had like t task completed, time done, and it was like a tracking system that was like
That wasn't in Canva AI. That was in Base 44.
uh,
So when you ran out of credits in base 44, you just took the prompt and went into Canva AI. Is that what you did?
Yep. So I want to expand more on Base 44, but I didn't have enough credit. So I just tested it out of curiosity to
yeah.
transfer all the prompts that I put in there and see the quality of output that Canva AI gives me.
hmm Yeah, that's
That
cool.
was
I
the
think it was a
intention behind
great idea moving it across and then seeing the different visuals. You could do it again and move it into Claude AI and see what it produces, like the Claude
Mm.
code, because that's I think you get a huge amount of tokens.
Yeah, okay. We'll do it.
Yeah, very
Okay.
cool, very cool. Jack?
Yeah, well, I tried to. Oh, I'll just go this first. Always remembering how this works. Oh, you think I would have figured out Zoom by this point? Apparently not. So yeah, I use base 44 as well. Oh, my screen is not doing well for me. I use base 44 as well. It ran out of credits and said I had to pay, so I checked out the pay and didn't really go well. When I came back, it screwed the whole thing up.
Yeah.
Can I switch between screens on Zoom?
Yeah, you should be able to just are you on Mac or PC?
What's the
You
difference?
can if you click cancel share and then you go share and then the top left one it'll be your entire desktop and then you can go to different screens.
Okay, hold on.
Or you just drag the view over to the screen that you're sharing off.
You said a lot of words.
Click share
Okay, so
and then you
click
see
to share, yeah.
desktop and then you can select what screen or you can say all screens or the
I've
last
got entire screen or application windows. Just go entire
yeah
screen.
yeah.
Okay.
And then if you've got multiple screens in front of you, just drag the view from one of those onto this page, if that makes sense.
I can't just switch tabs.
You might be able to test it. Yeah. Tab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So I tried, I don't know if I used Claude AI or Claude Chat, like you said. It was a bit confusing for me to understand. What's annoying? Yeah, there we go. I'm not too sure if you used this part or a different part. Yeah,
I
very
haven't
confused on
used this
how
one.
it works. Okay. Well, I just basically made a basic prompt for a PDR framework for creating a 2D to 3D geometry climbing game for stage 3. And it just gave me a lot of it's kind of like another Chat GPT, which is
Mhm.
OpenAI's Chat GPT 4. It just gave me a bunch of stuff, overview, game design, target audience, features, technical requirements, development timeline, budgeting. It's not really what I wanted exactly, but it was a start. With all this information, I asked for the code, just gave me a basic one that didn't really help me. So instead, I just jumped over to base 44. Obviously, it doesn't show that, but I took these screenshots here. So this is like a basic version of, can you see this?
Mhm.
Awesome. So I took like a basic screenshot of them just for like making the game so that they would get through different climbing levels that achieve getting new shapes. They'd get new shape for every level crossed, for every understanding. You can go between two-dimensional and three-dimensional with a click of a button to help you progress through the levels easier.
Mhm.
But like on this screen here, when you actually go to play the game, and you go start game. This part here, the controls was moving up and down for some reason before even starting. And the challenge, this was going through maybe 20 or 30 different challenges so fast you can't keep up. It's just too fast.
Mm.
And when trying to fix it, it just kept going through, fix this error, fix this error, fix this error. It was quite well done straight away. but it was more like I ran out of tokens like Novella did,
Hmm.
So you're
and
using
I didn't.
you're using base 44 as well?
Yeah, that was base 44. But unlike you, I didn't think to put it into Canva AI or something like that. But yeah, I think with a bit more playing on it, that could be a lot more useful. That's
Yeah.
all I really got though. Vaughn, could you show me how to use Claude AI a bit better?
Sure, sure. I should, real quick. If I go, I don't know what one. Here it is. So this is Claude. I've got a video on YouTube or and on the community if you want a detailed sort of overview.
Yeah.
I got crap all over my screen, so it's very hard for me to see. Why is this? Yeah. Right. So let me just go back to the home page, main page, Claude. And then basically once you've got it, you've got all your recent chats. Artifacts is what I found for already designed resources. So that's where I got the PRD one page
Okay.
sort of prompt. Projects is your knowledge banks. That's where like you could, if you're building one of these files, like you could put in all like your syllabus documents, your assessment requirements, all the core information in a project. And that's what when I go into here, um, I don't know how much I've got in here, but I started building for my brother's one. Here's all some previous like emails that he wrote for his context, so I could generate a business plan for him. But basically, when you go into any of it, doesn't matter, you can tell it to code in this feature. So basically, I've said here, in the top of this one, I've given it the PRD, and I said you're going to
Hmm.
create the app pretty much, and here's the PRD underneath, and then it'll go away and it'll code it all for you, and then generate the interface, and then you can either copy, download it, publish it, do whatever you want, sort of like Canva AI.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the difference here?
The difference is this is a way more powerful engine. So this is
Okay.
run by Anthropic. Anthropic is like ChatGPT or is main competitor.
All right.
So this is massive. So pretty much most people who do any level of copywriting, any level of coding, using vibe coding are coming through Claude um, because it is so powerful of a processor. And you can create all these interactives so quick. And one of the things I noticed with no, Canva AI was the token. So this is your context window. How much context can you give it? Meaning how many prompts can you go until you run it?
Yeah.
You hit your token limit in base 44. This has got a huge limit. In Canva AI, it was a very limited. I could only paste in half of my prompt. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so but I use Claude AI for basically everything I want to do when it comes to writing.
Okay then.
Yeah,
I'll play
it's
around with this more then.
very good. It's very good. Yeah, sweet. All right. Well, we have reached our time. Uh, Super quick whip around. What's one thing that worked well for you today?
Best thing that worked for me is I'm actually making actions towards making that chatbot that I've been talking about for who knows how long.
Great. Yeah, brilliant.
For me, it's more like I don't know why I didn't click before, but it's started to click now that I can use AI and then jump into another AI and put that through that and actually use them together rather than just
Mhm.
using one at a time. I don't know why that didn't click before, but now it has.
Yeah, yeah, nice. Yeah, yes, very good. I think, yeah, for me, it was just getting the time to spend on that to see the limitations of where I could go. Because it's solidified where I'm going to go next week for us, which is going to be using some chatbots, but it's understanding that PRD and minimum viable product is getting that conceptual how to do that
Yeah.
is working well. So yes, awesome. So like you did like last week. Both did a fantastic job at it. Um, write your little post on the community, share what your wins, share your failures, share your thought process. Because if you haven't seen, there's a couple of people who have been engaging with that. If you saw, I think his name's Jordan. He created Connect 4 with Canva Code
Yeah.
um, just to test. So, you're definitely inspiring some innovation, which is really cool. And yeah, but if you've got any questions, feel free to reach out. Happy to help where I can. Otherwise, I will see you both next week.
Thank
Awesome.
you guys. See
Cool.
ya.
Thanks, Vaughn.
All right, bye bye.
See you later.